Here's a question I get a lot. Do you always prepare your fabrics with best press or starch before you start cutting and making a quilt? And the answer is not always, sometimes. So let me give you my rules. Whenever I know I'm going to be making a quilt, that I will be doing a lot of cross-grain cutting. What that means is that we're not just cutting on the straighter grain, working with squares, rectangles, or strips, but we will be cutting somewhat on the diagonal, making that a bias cut. I like to pre-treat my fabrics just a little bit so that they'll hold their shape better, less chance of them stretching on that bias, and then just all in all, easier to work with. In some other cases, even though I'm making a simple quilt, if I'm using fabric from multiple different manufacturers and I can tell that there is a little bit of a difference in that thread count, then I like to prepare all my fabrics with either best press or some kind of a fabric spray so that all of them have that stability and they're going to work well together in a quilt. So what do you use? This is all a preference, personal preference. And so what I did for you, I tested 5 different very common stabilizer starches, and just to show you the difference, and so you can make a choice as to what works best for you. So here are the 5 products I tested. First off, best press, probably most available in quilt shops, one that we carry. So this is a starch and sizing alternative. So it does not have any wheat products in it, so you would not have to worry about any moth activity or anything like that. It comes in different scents and very easy to work with. It's this one I chose is a scent free. Then I had Magic Premium Quilting and Crafting Spray, Magic Sizing, and then just regular Niagara Starch, and then Terrial Magic, which is also a quilting and crafting spray stabilizer. So I have lined them up here in order of stiffness. So if I just need a little bit, my choice is best press. And here is the difference. So I pick up, this one is treated with best press. The fabric is going to act pretty much like fabric, but you can feel there's just a little bit more body to it. It feels a little bit more stable, but it really behaves. You can fold it, press it, crease it, and even if you need to work it into a seam a little bit, it will still give you that little bit of a movement. The next up I felt was the Quilting and Crafting Spray. So this one has a little bit more body to it, as you can see. It doesn't drape quite as nicely as the best press, but very similar though. So you can kind of see by holding them up, there's a little bit more body in this one. Then we go to sizing, and both, since these are made from the same company, you can see what kind of finish it'll give you. This one has that grade 2, so just a little bit, mostly soft, a little bit of stiffness. And then the original finish Starch has that center. This is the original finish. They also have a heavy finish, so that would be higher. So the sizing is probably the one that I've used the most if I know I want a little bit more body. It's still soft and pliable. You see, it still behaves like fabric. I can fold it and do all the things, but it definitely has more body than the best press. You can totally tell the difference here by holding them like this. And so I love to use this if I know I want to be very, very precise. I'm going to do a lot of diagonal bias work. So that is my preference as far as sizing or spray for that. Now this, it's nice. It's available in most big box stores across, so I can find it. If not, I can always find it on Amazon and order it in bulk. So next up is the starch. Now this is going to give you even more stiffness. So as you can see, it really doesn't drape much, but so a little bit stiffer than the sizing. So you can tell by just the way I hold it that the sizing piece is going to fall a little bit more. There's not a huge difference, but I can tell the difference. And when I work with it using the starch, that's more what I can tell the difference. There's not as much give in the fabric, which can be preferred for some people. So it is definitely heavier. Heaviest of them all was Terrial Magic, and this really gives you just paper feel. So you have a piece that really doesn't behave like fabric anymore. It is really stiff, and for those that want that for certain things, that might be preferable. For me, that is way too stiff, and it feels like you're sewing through paper. But to each his own. I'm not gonna yuck anybody's yum. So you choose what works best for you, and here you have some great options.